It is late, and I have been thinking about the thin line between making progress and just spinning your wheels. When I graduated in Nansani Arsha, the world felt like it was shifting under my feet, and I felt a desperate need to catch up. I thought I needed a brilliant stroke of luck to build a $1 net worth by 26. I was wrong because wealth is not built on luck, it is protected from mistakes. Let us talk about the financial traps that wait for us on this journey. The first trap is overconcentration, which means betting too much on a single outcome. I have seen people put whoosh% of their portfolio into one tech stock because they felt like a genius during a bull market. If your $known portfolio has $known in one company, you are not an investor, you are a gambler. Look at Intel as a warning sign. In the year down 10, it was at $, and 26 years later, it still hasn't reclaimed that peak while the SP grew 5 times over. Our goal is steady and boring returns, not an emotional roller coaster. Try to keep any single stock under % of your total wealth. The second trap is lifestyle inflation, and it is the silent killer of dreams. As your salary grows at your company, your expenses naturally want to follow. Data from Nansani Arsha house that 60% of people earning over $1 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. They are high earners, but they are not wealthy because they own nothing but a monthly bill for a luxury life. The key to my first K was keeping my cost of living exactly where it was when I earned half as much. The third trap is tax inefficiency, which is likely your single largest expense. I see so many friends putting high dividend stocks in taxable accounts instead of a Roth IRA. They are giving away a percentage of their growth to the government every single year for no reason. You need to be strategic with your K, IRA, and HSA accounts. Don't pay a tax bill that you could have legally avoided with 10 minutes of planning. The fourth trap is laziness regarding debt refinancing. If interest rates drop by even E%, the math usually says you should refinance your mortgage or loans. On a sitting dollar loan, a E% drop saves you $10 every single month. That is $10 a year that belongs in your index funds, not the bank's pocket. The fifth trap is overworking at the expense of your own time. This sounds counterintuitive for a finance video, but time is the only asset you cannot buy back. As your net worth grows, the value of your hour starts to outpace the value of your labor. If you have $1 earning %, you make $10 every single day just by existing. At that point, working an extra hour of overtime is a poor mathematical trade. Don't wait until you are 65 to realize you traded your best years for a slightly larger number on a screen. The sixth trap is the ego that comes from early success. I had a friend who picked 10 stocks in Nansani Arsha and they all went up. He convinced himself he was the next great investor and started trading on margin and buying risky options. This year, his portfolio is down 70%, while the market is only down R%. A few years of luck is not a strategy. It is just a distraction from the truth. The seventh trap is overcomplicating your finances. As you get wealthier, you might feel the urge to have 10 bank accounts, 5 brokers, and complex private equity deals. Complexity creates blind spots and hidden fees. I found that the more I simplified my life to just a few broad index funds like VUU and VTI, the faster I grew. The eighth trap is a lack of liquidity, or being house rich and cash poor. If all your money is tied up in a $1 house, you can't eat the equity when you lose your job. Always keep 6 months of cash in a high-yield savings account. Cash is not just an emergency fund, it is an opportunity fund that lets you buy assets when the market crashes. The ninth trap is procrastinating on your retirement savings. Starting at 25 instead of 30 WU makes a massive difference due to the physics of compound interest. If you invest $10 a month starting at 20 WU, you end up with double the money compared to starting at 30 WU. The best day to start was years ago, but the second best day is today. The 10th trap is being underinsured. As you build wealth, you become a target for lawsuits and bad luck. Make sure your insurance coverage matches the actual value of your assets. It isn't romantic to talk about insurance, but it is the ultimate act of love for your future self. I am Arshado, and I am just getting started on this path. I realize that building wealth is not a sprint. It is a marathon of boring decisions. It is about saying no to the status game so you can say yes to freedom. I used to feel like I was missing out when I saw others spending, but now I feel a quiet peace. The math is on our side if we have the discipline to wait. I want you to take a look at your own accounts tonight and see which of these traps are holding you back. You don't need a miracle to reach $dollars. You just need to stop the leaks and let the math do the work. Every dollar you save today is a soldier working for your freedom tomorrow. I am rooting for you because we are in this together. There is enough room at the top for all of us if we stay focused. Keep your expenses low and your expectations high. The world is full of noise, but the truth is usually very quiet and very simple. Trust the process and trust the numbers. I will be here to share more as I learn more. We are building something that lasts. I remember the first time I saw the interest on my account exceed my monthly grocery bill. It was a small moment, but it felt like a breakthrough. It was the first time I realized that my money was starting to have a life of its own. That is the feeling I want for you. It takes a few years of discipline to reach that turning point. But once you reach it, the momentum is hard to stop. Don't give up in the middle of the boring years. The boring years are where the foundation is poured. Without a solid foundation, the house of your wealth will eventually crumble. I am choosing to build on rock, not on sand. I am choosing VTI and VEO over speculative gambles. I am choosing time with my family over a 8-hour work week, and I am choosing a 5-year-old car over a massive monthly debt. These choices feel small in the moment, but they are the bricks of a lean dollar wall. I hope you start laying your bricks today. It doesn't matter how small they are as long as they are steady. The years are going to pass anyway. You can either have a pile of stuff or a pile of freedom. I know which one I am picking. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. I read every comment, and I am inspired by your stories of discipline. We are a generation that is waking up to the truth about money. We are not interested in the get-rich-quick schemes. We are interested in the long-term and the sustainable. Keep moving forward, and don't look back. The math does not lie. The first $9 is the hardest, but it is also the most important. Once you cross that line, everything changes. Your confidence grows and your options expand. You realize that you are the captain of your own ship, and that is a feeling that no luxury purchase can ever provide. I will see you in the next video as we continue this climb together. Stay disciplined and stay clear. I want to go back to the idea of the single stock trap for a moment. I remember being 22 and thinking I could beat the market. I spent hours every day reading charts and following news alerts. I felt so smart when a stock went up 2% in a week. But then I did the math on how much time I was spending for such a small gain. If I had just put that same money in a total market fund and spent those hours learning a new skill, I would have been much further ahead. Investment should be a background process in your life, not a full-time job. The real wealth is created through your career and your business, while your investments protect and grow that wealth. Don't get the two confused. Focus on being the best at what you do and let the market do the rest. I also want to talk about the psychological side of lifestyle inflation. We live in a culture that uses spending as a way to communicate value. If you don't have the latest phone or the newest car, people might assume you are struggling. You have to be okay with being misunderstood by people who don't understand the long game. I would rather have $9 in the bank and a cracked phone screen than a $10 phone and $0 in savings. It takes a certain level of maturity to not care about the opinions of people who are broke. Most of the people you see driving luxury cars are one paycheck away from disaster. Don't envy their lifestyle because you don't want their balance sheet. Envy the person who is calm, debt-free, and in control. That is the true luxury in Naunsenin Arshadow. I also think about the trap of delaying your savings. We tell ourselves that we will start saving when we make more money, but the habit of saving is like a muscle that you have to train. If you can't save $10 out of Yodin, you won't be able to save $10 out of Shurdinin. The percentage matters more than the amount in the beginning. I started by saving just $dollars from my first paycheck. It felt like nothing, but it established the rule that I always pay myself first. Now that rule is second nature to me. I don't even have to think about it because it is automated. Automation is the secret weapon of the disciplined investor. If you have to make a choice to save every month, you will eventually make the wrong choice. But if the money is gone before you even see it, you will adapt your lifestyle to what is left, set up your automatic transfers today, and forget about them. Let the machines do the work of building your wealth. I want to touch on the idea of work-life balance again because it is so easy to lose. We are told to hustle and grind in our 20s, and while hard work is necessary, it shouldn't be the only thing in your life. I have seen people burn out at 20 and lose all their momentum building. Wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. You need to find a pace that you can maintain for decades. If you are working 80 hours a week and you are miserable, you are going to spend that money on temporary escapes. You will buy things to numb the pain of a job you hate. It is better to work a sustainable job and have a high savings rate than to work a high-stress job and spend it all on therapy and vacations. Sustainability is the key to longevity. And finally, let us talk about the trap of being underinsured. I know it is the most boring topic in the world, but one car accident or one health crisis can wipe out years of hard work if you aren't protected. Check your policy limits tonight. Make sure you have enough liability coverage to protect your growing net worth. Insurance is the fence around your garden. It doesn't make the plants grow, but it keeps the deer from eating them. Protect what you have built. I am so glad we had this talk tonight. It feels good to get these thoughts out and share them with people who are on the same path. We are a quiet community of builders. We don't need to shout about our success because the results speak for themselves. Keep your head down and keep doing the work. The first $99 is just the beginning. I can't wait to see where we all are in another 5 years. The math is beautiful and the truth is constant. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and your future. The night is quiet and the path is clear. Let us keep walking. I remember a conversation I had with my mentor when I first started my job. He told me that the most important thing I could do was to stay humble. He said that the moment you think you have it all figured out is the moment you stop growing. I have tried to keep that in mind every day. I am still learning and I am still making mistakes. But I am making smaller mistakes than I used to, and I am learning from them faster. That is all we can really ask for: progress, not perfection. If you made a mistake with your money today, don't beat yourself up. Just correct the course and move on. The past is a sunk cost. The only thing that matters is the next decision. Make it a good one. The numbers don't care about your feelings, but they do care about your actions. So take action tonight. Refinance that loan, set up that auto transfer, or check that insurance policy. Small steps lead to big destinations. I will talk to you soon. Good night.